The city has received multiple questions about why Issue 10 is being proposed as a permanent property tax levy. Ohio law requires that levies be subject to something called a reduction factor. The reduction factor freezes the revenue that levies generate in the first year, with the exception of added value from new construction. For example, imagine that your home today has an assessed value of $100,000, and Whitehall's total valuation is $280 million. With the proposed millage, the city could expect to receive $790,000 annually based on this overall valuation. But let's say that the market continues on its current path and that 10 years down the line, your property has an assessed value of $200,000 and that Whitehall's overall valuation also doubles. The Franklin County Auditor would then reduce the millage of the levy so that the total revenue to the city stays at the original $790,000. This is the reduction factor. At the same time, we also know that the value of money decreases over time. For example, assuming 3% inflation, $1,000 today will have the buying power of about $554 in 20 years. Or put into levy terms, $790,000 in levy proceeds today will have the buying power of about $437,000 in 20 years. 20 years also happens to be the length of the bond the city would pursue to do the police station expansion project. The annual payment on the bond is $490,000. But just like with a home, in that 20 years, the police division can expect to incur other costs to maintain the station. For example, general wear and tear, replacement of essential systems like heat and AC, and upgrades to technology, such as the systems used by Whitehall's dispatching team. Finally, the levy proceeds would also be used to fund the hiring of 6 new police officers. Each officer will cost the city around $150,000 in salary and benefits. In the first 3 years of the program, part of the $900,000 in new personnel costs from these 6 officers would be offset by a federal COPS grant. After that first 3-year period, the city would budget $600,000 annually towards the officers from existing revenue and use $300,000 in levy proceeds. You can also expect these officers to earn annual cost of living adjustments and to advance up the system, and at the same time for healthcare costs and other benefit costs to increase. So over a 10, 15, 20, or 25-year career, the annual cost of each officer will also increase. A sustained levy would help ensure that the Division of Police could maintain a strength of 60 officers over time while maintaining the police station. These are just some of the many reasons why the levy is being proposed as a permanent one. To learn more about Issue 10, visit the city's website at whitehall-oh.us/issue10.